Hello, hello. We meet again. Hello, nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you. Yeah,
Yeah,
see you again.
see you again. Yeah, I met you like in 2023 or something. I remember.
Yeah, I think about a year ago,
Yeah,
and since then we've met a couple of times at
yeah,
different language exchanges and
yeah,
different activities. Yeah.
yeah. Your name is Philip, right? Yeah.
Yes, My name is Philip,
Mm,
and I moved to Taiwan because I really like it over here.
yeah.
So yeah,
This is not your first time in Taiwan. You've been here. You've been here how many times?
I think that's my fourth or fifth time.
Fourth or fifth?
But like the first time was a long time ago. I studied Chinese at Shida.
Oh, oh.
And then after that, I came here maybe two, three times more as a tourist to
Mm,
see how it is, study a bit more,
yeah.
and see Taiwan. And now I moved here in last summer.
So you moved here now to Taiwan. So what made you move to Taiwan? Why Taiwan?
Because I like it here.
Mm,
So I mean, I don't eat meat, so
yeah.
there's perfect vegetarian food everywhere. There's the best hiking that
Yeah.
you can imagine. You can go directly from a metro station and up into the mountains. I love dancing. I
Yeah.
love language exchanges and language practice. So for that, like Taiwan has so many different languages that are actively spoken, and each time I meet you, you speak Japanese with people. I'm just amazed to
Uh,
see that, even though I can't understand
okay.
what you're saying, but it's absolutely impressive. So these are a couple of reasons why I think like it's a wonderful place here.
Yeah, your shirt has swing on it. That's a dance swing.
Oh yeah, dancing is also a passion of mine. I
Yeah,
don't dance a lot of swing dance or Lindy hop, but
yeah.
more like salsa and bachata. So I want to do more of that.
Okay. So you've been here like a long time ago. You said you've been studied Chinese here. How's your Chinese then? I mean,
我觉得我的中文现在没有那么好，因为最近就是说的英文说的比较多，所以现在我的中文也没有那么流利，可是还可以。我觉得这个听懂这个部分，
yeah.
大部分就没问题，可是
啊，
我还有很多要改变，
yeah.
要修正。
哦，小的
啊，
啊，我觉得你的中文还 OK 啊。在你没有住在台湾很久，但是我觉得你的中文很流畅了。
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I think there's a basis that I can build upon. So give me another year,
Yeah.
and then let's have another interview.
Yeah.
Maybe completely in Chinese.
Okay, another yeah. All right, I will hold you to that. Okay, so you mentioned you moved here now. Why you moved here before you were just a tourist?
Yeah, because I mean, I really like it here, and I want to stay here longer term. And also now I have started a project with a couple of friends. So we are organizing a large language learning, language teaching,
Yeah.
language acquisition event, including some workshops, live music,
Yeah.
networking, speeches, all this, and language tables. So that event is called Asiaglot.
Yeah.
So you can check it out online at
Asia-
asiaglot.com.
Oh yeah.
And there will be it's about a lot of different languages. So like for example, Taiwanese sign language, Taiwanese, Japanese, and so on. And of course, like large languages, or so to speak, languages that are very common, like English or Spanish as well. So a lot of languages that, for people that are interested in languages, please have a look on our website, and please join us on March 22nd and 23rd.
Oh, so you're starting Asia Polyglot Meetup. Is this the first one in Asia? I'm not really familiar, but
So I mean, there's a lot of different like tables.
yeah.
For example, Terry organizes the language tables on Wednesday, for example. And there's a lot of language meetups in Taiwan. I appreciate that a lot. So what we want to do is to make just once a year a large, let's say, conference and activity, 2 days, maybe in the future more, to bring different people together for that like 2-day large event.
Have you had any experience before? I mean, it's not very easy to start an event like this. Have you had personal experience starting or running events before?
Yes, so two things. So we had done a lot of different events here in Taiwan, like shorter events, 2-3 hours, language exchanges, and so on. And like in the past, I've organized a lot of different events, but not like this, not like multiple language, multiple day events. But I organized, for example, a lot of dance parties
Yeah.
and a lot of events related to art, like painting, exhibitions, and so on. Yeah.
So you're very artistic and you speak a lot of languages. Jesus.
Yeah, not necessarily, but I think languages is something beautiful because you can connect with different people, and especially like to connect with people that share the passion for language learning and acquisition, and I can learn a lot from others that that speak a lot better Chinese than what I do. And I can learn from them some new tricks and techniques, and I think that is something I really profit from.
So you have, when was the first time you started learning another language besides your mother language? Where are you from, actually?
So I'm from Germany, so my mother tongue is German. So I think the first two foreign languages have been French and English. English at school mostly.
Yeah.
French I think was the first foreign language I got exposure to, because like my family, we always went to France for summer holidays. And then when I was like 4 years, 5 years, my parents encouraged or forced me to go to the bakery and buy some bread and so on in very simple French, like, oh, bonjour, je voudrais deux baguettes, or just deux baguettes, and like that.
Okay. Which?
Yeah, you mentioned you started studying English and French.
Yeah, so French, because of my family, I have some French relatives.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, it's very loud. We just got chased out of that place.
Yeah.
Let's just go around the corner.
Yeah, let's go around the corner. Yeah, here we'll be fine, I guess.
Yeah. It's super loud here. It's like...
Yeah, it's a bit loud. Fish.
Construction there.
Yeah.
Should we go there around the corner? Because here with this construction.
Yeah. So we were talking about your first two languages was English and French. So which one is better out of the two then? No.
English for sure. My French is not very good, but I feel, because I have family members in France, so I feel some connection there to French language, even though my French is
not that good.
So not that good.
How did you learn these? Was it you had interest in these in the beginning, or just because of school or something?
Well, French because family members, and my mother was a French teacher, and English because of school. I was actually not very good in English when I started studying it. What really propelled me forward in my language learning in terms of English is I had an exchange program with Canada and spent some time at high school in Vancouver. And that was like really jumping into the deep end. And I had to talk with all my like fellow students in English. So that helped me quite a bit.
Okay, so since then, I'm pretty sure you've learned a lot more languages. How many languages do you can say you speak?
So at school in Germany, I studied 3 languages. English was the first language I studied, then the second was Latin, third French, and I also already started a bit looking into Chinese. I studied a little bit. After that, Spanish, like after high school, because I spent like 1.5 years in Latin America, in Bolivia. And later on, I learned a bit of Portuguese and Mongolian.
Mongolian.
These languages to very different degrees. So I'm not saying I'm fluent in all of those, but I have some experience in those languages.
So since you have a lot of experience in all those languages, you've utilized different methods. Like what kind of methods do you use? And what was the most effective one you think for learning your languages?
So yeah, I think that also changed over time.
Yeah.
So I think that also changed over time. So nowadays I use some spaced repetition systems like Anki. I use YouTube videos. I love to go to language exchanges, and sometimes maybe working with a tutor can also be, or at a class can be very beneficial. So all this combined and together. And also depends on the language, but sometimes, like for example, Spanish, it helped me a lot to read a lot of books. However, that might be quite specific to Spanish, because Spanish, you can read it as it's written.
Yeah.
And it's also, you can just read everything and learn from there. Whereas, for example, in Chinese, if you don't know some characters, you have to stop, you have to look up those characters, and you have to look up not only the meaning, but also, of course, the pronunciation and so on. So it's a lot more difficult to learn by reading in Chinese, but even then it's also can be beneficial.
Yeah, for me as well, I'm learning Spanish now, and it's a lot easier to read a lot of text. My listening still have to improve, so I have to get more verbal input and practice. But Spanish is, because it's very similar to English, it's very easy to read it, and I think it'll be quick to learn Spanish.
Yeah, I mean, Spanish is a language that is not too difficult to learn, because the writing style and how it's pronounced is so similar.
Yeah.
And also because, like, no matter where you go on earth, there will be Spanish speakers. Like German speakers, if you're somewhere, it's not that likely that you meet German speakers, but Spanish speakers, you always meet Spanish speakers everywhere.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of opportunities to really use that language. And in the end, like for me, I'm interested in language itself, but in the end, I think languages are for connections, to talk with other people. And it's just, once in a while, I might meet somebody who speaks Mongolian in Taiwan, once every half a year maybe. But like Spanish, every week I can meet people that speak Spanish. So there's a lot more opportunities to practice that language.
That's a very interesting one, though. Mongolian. What made you want to learn Mongolian? Because I know outside of Mongolia, there's not really any opportunities. What interested you in Mongolian?
Exactly as you say. Outside of Mongolia, there are very few ways to learn or study Mongolian. So I lived in Mongolia for a couple of years, and there's where I learned Mongolian.
Mongolia. For a couple of years. Did you like it a lot? Living in Mongolia, what was the life about?
So it was very mixed. It's absolutely magical place. With some wonderful experiences, great friends, some so-so experiences. Just to give you maybe one or two negative points, it's one of the coldest places for winter, and also in winter it's probably the most polluted city in the world. Like more polluted than Indian or Chinese cities, because like there's so many different small houses that burn coal or burn other things to keep warm. So the pollution in winter is absolutely horrible.
Yeah, it will be a good experience. I know that a lot of people would like to go to the outside the city area and just ride horses and stuff. I'm sure you have a lot of those experiences.
So on the other hand, yeah, exactly, the countryside, beautiful, like just brilliant. The wideness or the vastness of space, those rolling hills, large grasslands and so on, the nomadic lifestyle. And also in the city, I was impressed by how people there that I met had so many different things going in their life. And a lot of people had, like, at the same time 2-3 jobs or vocations. So it could be an accountant by day and a DJ at night. Or it could be a person that works in export in an export company, but is also a shaman. So that was interesting to see. So yeah.
I guess that's why you are also doing many stuff at the same time now.
Well, now I just focus on Asiaglot. That requires a lot of time and a lot of work. But I'm looking forward to that event, and hope you will be there and meet all of us. So have a look at asiaglot.com, or also Asiaglot on social media.
Yes, I will put that in the link as well, Asiaglot. Yeah, hope to see many people. How much people do you expect to come?
Yeah, like 250, maybe 300.
So this will be a big event, a lot of people talking languages, and someone will be sharing about how to learn languages, hopefully.
Exactly. So there's not only language tables, but also a lot of speeches, but also workshops, fun activities, live music, all of this above. And everybody can maybe pick some things that are more interesting for you, because
Yeah.
not everybody shares the same interests or the same languages. So everybody can, like, through all those different things that are going on, find the right things for you.
Oh yeah, hopefully we'll see you again. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Instruction there.